What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are back here with SWF. This is the go home show for Nothing to Lose. So stick around as we build towards that and see what we got going headed into the pay-per-view. Um, yeah, here we go. That's about it. Boris Radslov defeats Flying Patriot in 10 minutes. Again, pre-show, just building these guys up. 52 for Radslov. That's pretty good. And then Sick and Twisted defeat Cheech Kong and drop kicks. Hellion with a 48. John Greed with a 57. Drop kicks with a 31. Cheech Kong with a 33. 55 rated match. And let's jump into the show, baby. All right, so we actually start out a little bit different. Des Davids comes out and opens the show. I guess that's everything, so I'll just read it from here. Des Davids says, it seems everyone recently is only ever talking about Rocky Golden. They call him one of the greatest champions of all time, the face of Supreme Wrestling Federation, the standard. And you know what? They're right. Rocky Golden is everything they say he is. But that doesn't change the fact that every great champion eventually meets the person who replaces them. And at Nothing to Lose, I'm going to prove that that person is me. Rocky Golden's music hits and says, Des, this seems to be the difference between us. You think beating me proves you belong, and I think you've already proved that you belong. But proving that you belong and taking this championship are two very different things. 81 rated segment to start off the show. Would have liked the crowd to get a little hot, but that's okay. In a decent match, Kip Keenan defeats Dominic DeSosa in 10 minutes with a belly-to-belly suplex. Kip Keenan with a 64, DeSosa with a 51. 69 rated match. We need to get this crowd heat pumping, boys. Thank you. Okay, perfect. This is a great segment. I loved writing this, by the way. It's a long one. Hollywood Bret Starr makes his way down to the ring. He says, when I won this championship at the SWF's 50th birthday spectacular, I thought I was going to feel something different. I thought I was going to feel relieved, or that I finally proved something. But honestly, after the dust settled and the adrenaline slowed, the only thing I felt was disappointment. Not because I won. No, I wasn't disappointed that I had become the North American champion. But I was disappointed because the person standing across from me was someone who I used to call friend. Now, a little bit of break in the action here. The lore from everything I've looked at doesn't necessarily say that Spencer Spade just took the Rat Pack. From everything that I've read, it almost seems like he worked his way into the Rat Pack and then kind of had a little mutiny. Maybe I'm wrong, but from everything that I read, I looked at Spencer Spade's bio, I looked at Hollywood Bret Starr's bio, I looked at the Rat Pack bio. Like, I'm pretty sure that in lore, that's what happened. I could be wrong, but that's just what we're going to go with. Anyway, Spencer Spade, you've spent years telling people you were the future of the SWF, that you deserve to be at the top, and for a while, you convinced me. I believed in you, I stood beside you, I fought alongside you. But somewhere along the way, you stopped caring about proving you were the best, and you only started caring about proving everyone else was beneath you. When you won this championship, you let your paranoia come in between our friendship, and you were able to manipulate the Rat Pack and turn them against me. Now, after all this time, I proved that I am better without the Rat Pack, and I'm better than I ever was with them. Spencer Spade comes out. Of course, he's kind of been losing his mind recently. So, are you finished? I've listened to you for a while, and over these last few months, I've listened to you for a while, and I've listened to you over these last few months. That is not how that should have been written, but it is what it is. Let's move on. I'm sick and tired of hearing you pretend that you're some kind of hero. Let's be honest, Bret. You didn't meet me because you were better than me. You beat me because our wonderful, in quotations, wonderful general manager threw, spelled incorrectly, threw in a stipulation at the last minute that I wasn't prepared for. Bret cuts him off and says, that's not true. You didn't lose because of a stipulation. You lost because when things stopped going your way, you didn't know who you were anymore. Spencer says, I know exactly who I am. I'm the guy that stepped up. When everyone like you waited for your time, I rushed the clock. When you waited for an opportunity, I jumped the gun and took one. I'm the future of this company. So Bret replies, with that's your problem, Spencer. You think being the future means everyone has to step aside, but you seem to forget. You have to earn it. Spencer closes the segment by saying, on Thursday, when I take back my championship, you'll finally understand where you belong. All right, 90 rated segment. Great segment here. Hot and rising. Hopefully we can keep this crowd hot. The main event. Oh man, I hope I set the main event up right. I guess we'll see. The boys can work. The tag team division can work. All right. Faith and Old Glory defeat Fame and Money in 12 minutes when Maddie Faith pinned Monty Trescard with a leap of faith. 80 rated match altogether. 75 from Mass Patriot, 70 from Maddie Faith. Monty Trescard with a 66. Paul Huntington with a 67. Great stuff. And then Scythe and Valiant sit in separate rooms. This is a pre-tape. This isn't live. This is a pre-tape. And they're both asked about closing statements before their match in 2 days. Scythe says Valiant talks about getting back up. But what he doesn't understand, and that he soon will, is that every time he rises, I will be there to put him back down. Valiant's closing statement is Scythe thinks pain and fear is what makes a man strong, but it doesn't. What makes a man strong is getting back up when he's hurt and choosing to fight. 91 rated segment. Good stuff. Love to see it. This match I kind of just threw in here. Hawaiian Crush. I wanted to get them a win. High Flying Hawaiian needed some momentum. Hawaiian Crush defeats Avalanche and Makutsi in 8 minutes when High Flying Hawaiian pinned Makutsi with the Pacific Crush. 69 rated segment altogether. 64 from Hawaiian, 65 from Akuma, 49 from Makutsi, and Avalanche with a 45. So Randy Unleashed comes to the ring with the rest of the Unleashed awesomeness. A little short promo and just says, at nothing to lose, Mikey, I want to prove that I can beat you. So you know what? You have my word. The awesomeness won't be there. You and me, one-on-one, to see who's the better man. The awesomeness don't really take too kindly to this, but they don't really say anything. 75 rated segment. And then in an amazing match, because Angry Gilmore can work, Randy Unleashed defeats Angry Gilmore in 12 minutes by pinfall with a running enziguri, clean as a whistle. 70 rated wrestling, 69 rated crowd, 81 rated segment. Angry Gilmore with a 63, Randy Unleashed with a 77. And then Spencer Spade defeats Lenny Brown in 15 minutes with a Supreme Stunner. During the match, Rogue ran in and attacked Brown. Lenny Brown sustains a blown eardrum. That's poopy. He's got a pay-per-view match coming up. Spencer Spade with an 89. Holy! Can he work or what? And Lenny Brown with a 63. Wrestling gets a 76. Crowd rating with a 69. 79 rated segment. And then we have a promo after the match. Rogue grabs a microphone after costing Lenny Brown the match. Says, Lenny, my boy. Red Dead Redemption 2 reference, by the way. You see that? That's what separates us. You fight hard. You give these people a great performance, and then you lose. Whereas I win. Lenny grabs a microphone too and says, Rogue, that's not why we're different. You really want to know why we're different? You lie, you cheat, you take shortcuts, and you call it experience. You tell people I'm a big part of this company's future. Company's also spelled incorrectly. But you look down on me for that. You say it like it's an insult, like I'm supposed to apologize for wanting what you have. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to take your shortcuts. I don't want to make your excuses. I want to earn my way to the top. And at nothing to lose, it won't matter if you're more experienced than I am. It doesn't matter if you're willing to cross a line. At nothing to lose, you have to look me in the eyes and prove that you can actually beat me. Crappy he got hurt, though. I'm not actually mad. So this was the main event. It's main event time, by the way. Valiant defeats Mainstream Hernandez in 16 minutes with a V-split. Valiant with a 76, Mainstream Hernandez with a 62. Valiant, I kind of was hoping he'd be a little bit more. So I know in the last episode I said that I think Scythe and Valiant will steal the show. I think that's going to be Hollywood Brett Starr and Spencer Spade, especially after seeing Valiant's in-ring performance. He is a little bit older, so 81 rated segment, really good. We definitely did good enough to hit the broadcaster requirement of an 81. It will definitely be a big kind of fall off, I think. Maybe like an 83 or an 84 rated show. Yeah, 83. Pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's a go home show, so in real life, of course, he's gonna be hurt for the pay per view. That stinks. In real life, the go home shows, the purpose is we got to get people to buy the pay per view. And I think that if this was a real life show, we would have done that pretty well. Obviously, the AI, like the fans, don't really work like that. Doesn't matter how good the segments were building up the story, it's not really going to affect the pay per view buys. Um, Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode for Nothing to Lose. I'm very excited. It's been the Bronx Prince, and I'm out. Later.